Hello and welcome, dear friends. Happy New Year! Time is speeding up, and sometimes it's good to take it slowly. In this video, we're going to hear a message from the Watchers. If you don't know their personality, they could be tough, strict guides, and very kind instructors. Very involved in evolution of human species. Very much want everything to be in the open. Very much have been trying to make it open, but due to mass ignorance, it's very difficult. Therefore, it's got to be done slowly. So let's hear what they have to say. It should be advantageous for you to know that we watch over you, have been for thousands of your Earth years. Each time the human collective celebrates the New Year holiday, they expect something new to come to them. Very rarely you understand that you are the beginning, or the beginning starts with you. You have reached the level of dual state in the open. It has become clear what you want most from life: more perishable items or everlasting energy. This defines you greatly, for wanting to evolve on all levels will grant you the access. We have observed a powerful trait you have: perseverance. Amidst discomforts such as obstacles, pollution, and spiritual degradation, you tend to want to move upward. We salute you for keeping sanity, for tenacity to progress, for desire to rise above the average quality of life, energy-wise, of course. This period serves as a test to show you your deepest fears. You must be able to face them, levitate above them. You are the boss of your life. Fears are servants. They don't tell you what to do. They show you the perimeters of your courage and love. See your limits. Then decide if you want to expand by commanding the darkness to move out of the way. We have seen you becoming discouraged when you don't get what you want. We ask you to understand that this period is different. It requires full attention to your inner spirit. Activate life inside your cells. Become alive, for it isn't just the beating heart that makes you a living being. Recognize that you are cellular first. We need more of you to become channels, sources of light. We guide, others guide. You are not alone in this, and in time you will learn how to help those in need. Remember the words of the Master: feed the poor. He was referring to the poor and hungry for knowledge. You must be filled with wisdom to feed the spiritually starving beings. Each of you has questions, from daily mundane life to the deepest soul-meaning questions. How would it feel if all of them get answered? Do you believe that you are worthy of the answers? It matters. You must be fed, because that is the rule. Every worker deserves their compensation, again in reference to the spirit. So, dear ones, work for your soul. You are it after all, regardless of previous, current, or future life. You are a spark of your Creator God. Get to know who you are in relation to them, so that you may reunite in dreams, on the astral plane, through out-of-body experience, or however you can handle. That is where your power lies, in faith, not of the unknown, but very much known. Through you, as you are the key, the essence of your being, waiting to be connected with, rediscovered, consciously merged with. We're waiting eagerly to look you in the eyes with satisfaction and say, "You've done it." Many have asked, when will all be revealed? And the answer is, not yet, for it is the culmination of events that concludes our appearance. Many aren't ready, close-minded, ignorant. It will be shocking to see our plains and skies. But the priority is you. You are being helped until we meet. No rush, although you'd like that. We're thrilled for this moment. However, your safety matters, and to keep you at ease, we commune through your dream state. You yourselves will be shocked to see us, and the most emotional moment when you recognize us. For you see, we've known each other for thousands upon thousands of years. In some lives, you completely disregarded our guidance. In others, sought. We pledge to respect your will on your trips to Earth. Due to misunderstanding through religious dogma and persecution, the fear of us becomes a part of your being, where if you saw some of us in the daylight, you'd pass out. The goal is to cleanse human DNA of prejudice and heal the fear of different. For even you may be similar in some aspects and very different in others. Your cultures play a crucial role in the timing of our presence. Depicted as brain-eating monsters, how can we possibly be accepted? Please understand that you yourselves are the heirs to the knowledge that we have. You yourselves as humans have full right to join all of our galactic community. Human input is very much required for the galactic progress, but we do not sit and wait for you. We work with those who can withstand differences in appearances. Not all, even in this galaxy, look different. Many look similar to your kind. What differentiates us from your general societies is no need for domination, mind control, or possession, because we simply have all we need, and what more we want, we are granted through free will, no harm. Believe it or not, we do understand you and are interested in getting your feedback, opinions, level of expertise. All of your milestones, ups and downs, are a demonstration that you are strong. It takes courage to begin an earthly path, because you come in with a veil of forgetfulness. Blind at times, you make your way through. It is a great feat to see it in a human soul, and we are pleased to assist when asked. There are a multitude of races interested in your development. You may remember them as your brothers and sisters of the stars, united by one goal, the reunification of the all. Through experiences, victories, and knowledge, the purpose is to come together. There will come a time when you'll become independent cosmic travelers, assisting other planetary systems similar to yours now. Until then, you must be taught, instructed on how to guide, but never interfere. It is a law that cannot be broken once placed on the planet. Just like us, you will observe with heavy hearts when you see the civilization obliterate itself, and rejoice when they choose to evolve as heart-based creatures. You will have a background understanding them from experience as someone who knows both good and bad. When watching the civilization, it is important to remain neutral. Each must figure themselves out in relation to the all at their own pace. Once they reach collective consensus, that will be the priority. If the individuals stand out as highly capable to think for themselves, kind-hearted with strong internal stamina, and limitless desire to learn, they will be instructed regardless of the collective's disinterest. Entities who take the job of a guide are of a human nature in the sense that they are gentle, compassionate, and patient. They do not inflict fear. They drop ideas, suggestions in the form of an offer, advice, a question, to let the person come up with their own ideas and conclusions. The universal law states no harm. If you can accept that we want communion, friendship, peaceful interaction, and collective work, you will understand that your sky is not the limit. There is infinite space to explore, countless races to get to know, and will cover it all, no fees. The only pass is agreement to work together for the highest good of all involved in universal upliftment. The work is focused on helping the individuals expand their thinking from their own I to a brotherhood, sisterhood. We do not interfere in personal affairs, relationships, or directions your societies take. When the debris of negative results from your technologic experiments affect other species and dimensions, we can help neutralize so they are not harmed. Human is still not understanding that everything they do interacts with other aspects of life. That is the reason to not appear openly on a mass scale yet. Human is still operating from its egoic side that thinks he is the only one who matters. Was it not for the cosmic care, they would have obliterated themselves, and we would have to see human species start from scratch again. You are currently on the precipice of something that you wouldn't even want to see in your horror movies. When there is so much good, if only you look up, look around, at what truly matters, look in to find the truth of your reason for existence. You have all pieces of us within you. We are more related than you are open to accept yet. So we wait until this time when you allow our presence in your daily lives. The benefits are enjoyment, not survival, farther travel without jet lag, physical satisfaction, not sickness. It isn't a new way to live. It is very ancient, forgotten, deliberately hidden, distorted through time, way. But we are here to help remember in the best way applicable, for each of you have a unique energetic field, level of intelligence, ability to withstand the unknown, and so much more. That is why many of your people have similar experiences, but speak differently about them. While some share wonderful spiritual encounters, others relate to horrific testing. There are various reasons of why this happens. First is diet, as the toxins distort comprehension and memory. Second is indulgence in certain liquids such as energy drinks, heavy alcoholic beverages, high caffeine products, smoking tobacco and other plants, as the ingredients are not supportive to your energy fields. There is much growing on your planet that is healing. The technique of how to work with it must be changed, for not everything can be drunk, smoked, or inhaled. Your ancients knew how to use them, not misuse or abuse. However, they already advanced through natural practices of breathwork, crystal communication, astral projection, and access to past and future. They were trusted at that time because their field matched the frequency of that knowledge, so they communed with us and accepted us. You will find those stories in your olden texts as angelic visitations. For if they smoked crack, we wouldn't be able to get through to them. You see, we operate from higher point than those which come through in your high episodes. Not everything that appears colorful and speaks concepts cares to help you. So advice is to be careful with what you're connecting with. Even the most natural experiences are not believed by the people due to their blaming being under influence. This would be a good reason for you to watch what you put into your body and your mind, so that one day when you see us, you'll know it is real. We have differences in frequencies, from dense physical appearance, as you, to very high invisible to you. Only those who are capable to see various worlds simultaneously can see us. We may be seen as sparks of light, smoky shadows, liquid silhouettes, or any other way we choose to, or we embody. We are various just like you in your skin, eye, hair color, looks, smiles, voices, but in a higher frequency manner. This does not constitute us better or you lower. It means unique, for we all share God aspect within. Appearances are relative as well, for you would appear different to different races who aren't accustomed to your type. For example, those seeking food, physical pleasure, and very narrow-minded would have a very primitive, almost animalistic appearance, while those stuck up in their righteousness would appear as a rock that does not move. So you see, appearances aren't the most important. What we seek is capacity for knowledge, desire to connect with us, dreams of unified societies. We don't have to agree all the time. However, recognition of God's spark within each we meet is why we honor each. Different races have their awareness of the Creator. We're all learning because we all have different levels of willing. Will is a powerful force that keeps on keeping on. We're pleased that your hearts are open to this sort of messages as we confide in her ability to convey our thoughts. It takes integrity to be able to verbalize vast concepts into a limited lingo, and we appreciate. Our goal is for you to know what was known in your ancient times. Then not much will surprise or frighten you, because you would have the knowledge. So this is part 1. They promised for more. I look forward to it myself. You see how it is different? Sometimes scolding, sometimes appreciation. I'm kind of used to it because I guess that's how we are. That's how we get it. We need to hear different types of tones in order to change perspective on how we see ourselves as well as our path, to not become too complacent, to not become lazy, to not become too insensitive to others. You know, it all adds up. The more you learn, the more it might become more difficult, because then you'll say, well, what else am I supposed to do? It's like as if I've learned so much. That means take a little break and see how you can embody that knowledge, because life is going to bring you experiences for you to choose. You're going to use this or you're not going to use. If certain concepts were too abstract, you can ask in the comment section. I do not sugarcoat or try to change anything. You notice in some parts they speak differently from how we usually would use the verbiage. That's only because of trying to be as precise as possible, and it is important for me to not distort. This is why I don't try to change it into street language or to make it overly professional. I want to translate it exactly the way it sounds, as a telepathic communique, so to speak. Some words that come through are very hard to interpret, I gotta be honest with you. And this is why there is like an addition on top of a translated concept. Whenever you hear channel messages from me, I only speak for myself. I do advise to listen again and again, but with closed eyes, in order to understand what it is that they're trying to say. Sometimes it's gonna be kind of like in your face, and sometimes it is going to be around the corner, locked, that you have to open up for yourself. And all these messages, they could be applicable for different areas of your life. This is why I appreciate them very much, because that knowledge is living. It will be direct and acknowledge the holy of holy. It will not try to get you to get rich overnight. It will also not blabber multiple words just to sound smart, when in the end it's basically like nothing, just a bunch of words. Take what works for you, and what doesn't, maybe take it later. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Namaste.